So, an old man's masculinities. As I grow old, my body changes, weakens, adjusts to the physical work, whatever it is, that it has done over the last 70 years. My mind is sharp, able to connect the dots, using the practice developed as a boy, as a young man, as a mature adult man, then as what I describe as an adept man, now as a reflective man. My emotions are fluid and more available. My practice of reflection allows time and space for consideration of the feelings and the needs of my heart and soul. My openness to connection among men supports each of these and challenges me to acknowledge the part other men play in how I have changed and am changing as I age. I feel no less of a man, in fact, more of a man, as I let more and more in through the barriers that I learned so well to erect as part of my survival. I learned to swallow my tears, shown to be unwelcome as a schoolboy in the 50s. I relearned to let them flow when I felt safe, encouraged and supported by other men. I learned to numb out rather than feel the terror of living with the threat of chaos and violence. I slowly relearned to allow the experience of feeling sadness, fear, terror, anger. And I learned to live with the fear that I wouldn't survive the feelings. And I did survive. And I learned that the emotions were not in control. I learned that I could manage how I was without going numb. In a culture at school where athletic prowess was the signifier of an able young man, my lack of coordination marked me as an outsider. Because there was no expectation at home for me to perform, I cared little for this inclusion. If I had been academically lacking, I suspect I would have met with more condemnation. This lack of physical presence stayed with me through adolescence and into adulthood. I've never been engaged in sport or indeed interested even as a spectator. I had no sense of myself as a strong, physical being, notwithstanding being 6 foot tall. Sitting with men and finding and offering good attention, sharing time and space, creating community. This is what allows me to discover my courage, and along with the struggle came the celebration of joy, delight, connection and words.